Hello and welcome to my presentation about batteries. Even though I wish I could not have put text-to-speech for everything, I did not have the time. What's even better, my microphone broke, which is great, and I am lazy. If you are wondering about my wonderful drawing of a stick figure in a top hat, I was wasting time and I wanted a little helper.
But creator, wasn't I a perfect image in your mind? ...
Now we talk about how batteries are used through chemical reactions.
Well, what about Alessandro Volta?
Alessandro Volta was the first scientist to create a battery. The battery was a stack of copper, zinc, and cloth which was soaked in a weak acid. The process which happened was chemical compounds were transferred from the zinc to the copper and then to the cloth soaked in the weak acid.
But how do modern batteries give power?
Batteries are giving power through a chemical process of giving and receiving chemical compounds. First, the compound leaves the cathode, which is the negative side of a battery, to the conductor. The conductor is usually the product you are trying to power, like flashlights, clocks, and remotes. The conductor takes the electrons from the compound and the compound goes back into the battery from the anode, the positive side.
Can we show the chemical reaction?
So an example is a lead-acid battery. Lead oxide, and sulfuric acid go through the cycle of giving electrons, which discharges it, and it converts to two lead sulfate molecules and two water molecules. The discharged compound then goes back into the battery where it stays discharged until charged again.
But where do the compounds go in the current batteries?
Batteries then have dry cells which hold the compounds without electrons so they don't affect the compounds with electrons. If the battery is rechargeable, the compounds can be refilled with electrons and continue the cycle once again.
What about a phone's battery?
Phones are a different case where the phone is both the battery and conductor. Phones have their own battery doing the same, but there come things like rechargeable batteries. Rechargeable batteries have electricity give electrons back to the compounds, allowing them to do the process again. The reason for a phone's battery becoming shorter is that the battery can have compounds that can't receive electrons anymore, which decreases the battery life. So when your phone says it is at 100% after a few years, then it is lying to you. You fools.
Yes, you fools.
Now let us move on to a Kahoot which was extremely poorly made by me. Even though I mentioned doing clock batteries, I am extremely sorry. I have tried and failed with the current materials I had. If I managed to fix my lab before class starts, then that would be great and I should be able to teach you all how to power a clock with a potato after the Kahoot. The winner of the Kahoot will get the special clock I bought, which cost $1 more than all the other clocks I bought. If I do not fix the lab, then I am going to give out clocks for prizes. I really tried to do the lab since I had to pay $60 to get my materials. Currently, I am in great pain that I spent so much to achieve nothing. After all that, I hope you enjoyed my video even with the terrible drawings that I made then gave up on halfway through the video.